हेलो फ्रेंड, आज मैं डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ कंप्लीट सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग के बारे में। और उसमें क्या क्या सिलेबस जो है कवर करेंगे, वो सिलेबस हम आपसे डिस्कस कर चुके हैं। आप आधा घंटा 1 घंटे का टाइम निकाल करके सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग के बारे में आप पूरी तरह से नॉलेज ले सकते हैं। इसको देख सकते हैं, सुन सकते हैं, और सुनने के बाद आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। आधा घंटा 1 घंटे का टाइम दे करके आप पूरे सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग के बारे में समझ सकते हैं। पहला कि सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग जो है सिलेबस क्या है। आपको सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग के लिए आपको 3 चीज़ से आपको जानना चाहिए। पहला मैनुअल टेस्टिंग होता है, उसके बाद डाटाबेस टेस्टिंग, ऑटोमेशन टेस्टिंग, और इसके अलावा आपको सब बेसिक नॉलेज जो होना चाहिए, जावा का, पीएचपी का या पाइथन का जो है बेसिक नॉलेज होना चाहिए। आप जो या सी शार्प आना चाहिए आपको, .NET आना चाहिए आपको। जैसे सेलेनियम आप सीखेंगे तो उसके लिए जावा और पाइथन ज़रूरी है। इसीलिए आपके जो ऑटोमेशन टेस्टिंग के लिए कुछ जो बेसिक नॉलेज होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। दोस्तों, सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग जो है आप क्या होता है? सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग है बग फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर। बग क्या होता है हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे। कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर में कोई भी जो है बग ना रहे, एरर ना रहे, फॉल्ट ना रहे, ठीक है, ये होता है सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग का। ये तो हम आज चैप्टर 1 डिस्कस करेंगे। चैप्टर 1 में हम देखेंगे कि मैनुअल टेस्टिंग के बारे में, देखेंगे कि टेस्टिंग क्या होता है, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या क्या हैं, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ टेस्टर्स क्या क्या होते हैं, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ टेस्टर्स क्या हैं, टेस्ट टीम हायरार्की क्या होना चाहिए, डिफेक्ट, बग एंड एरर में क्या डिफरेंस होता है। सबसे पहले अगर हम बात करें तो इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग क्या होता है। इसके लिए सबसे पहले कि प्रूव यूजेबिलिटी एंड ऑपरेटिबिलिटी होता है, टू इम्प्रूव क्वालिटी, फॉर रिलायबिलिटी एस्टिमेशंस, नो वेयर योर प्रॉब्लम इज, प्रिवेंट डिफेक्ट माइग्रेशंस। ये जो है इम्पोर्टेंस है सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग का। अब नाउ हाउ वी कैन डिफाइन द सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग। The software testing may be defined as process of confirming that the product that has been manufactured be programmed is a quality product, or you can say to assure that the product is working according to the specifications and satisfying the customer needs. Software testing can be stated as the process of validating and verifying that a computer program or applications, or you can say the product, you can define as meets the requirements that guided its design and development, work as expected, can be implemented with the same characteristics, and now you can say and satisfy the needs of stakeholders. These are the definitions you can define the software testing as the interviewer in front of interviewer. Now, objectives of software testing, that is identifying the defects, ensure product correctness, quality improvement of the product to make sure it works according to specifications, to reduce the failure cost, to build the confidence in a software. Friends, what will be the responsibility of the testers? These are the good questions mostly asked by the interviewer in software testing. So you can say the design and develop test case, execute test cases, and defect isolation and defect reporting. These are the responsibility of the testers. How many QA testers does it take to change a light bulb? These are the questions. So these questions asked by Kerry Jeller. QA tester don't change anything. The changes happen by the developer. They just report that it's dark, means bulb not change, that is defined as dark, means you can indicate the things as a defects or error. So what will be the characteristics of the testers? What should be the basic characteristics of the testers? The characteristics of testers will be logical and analytical capability, creative ability to take the point of view of the customers, test to break attitude, must be aware of the techniques and tools, must possess the domain knowledge and relentless, keep trying. These are the characteristics of the testers. Now we can know about the terminology. The terminology is asked by the interviewer, that is defects, error, bugs, failure and fault. Concentrate this terminology, how we can define a mistake in coding is called error. Error found by tester is called defects, and defect raised by the tester called issue, and issue accepted by the developer team, then it is called bug. Build does not meet the requirement, then it is called the failure. Defect is something what went wrong without us expecting, that is applications crashes when I press save button when registering myself somewhere. Bug is the part of code which causes the defects, that is the same method refers to an exciting database. That is issue can be defined is that is what you are going to raise to the issue tracking system. You will write the set of steps needed to reproduce the defects in order to bug can be found and fixed. That is issue 001 critical save new user does not work. Error means something went wrong but we expected it. When filling name I entered only numbers. The applications then show me an error message that I need to correct the field name prior continuing. So what will be the hierarchy of the testers? Suppose any client and users want to develop the product or softwares that may be consulted by the software analyst, and how the software analyst connected by the product managers. You can understand by these steps. Suppose the product assigned to the business analyst, and business analyst parallelly given this project to the product manager. Now product manager can hire the developer manager and then team lead and senior developer and developer. Now parallelly business analyst can hire to the test manager, QA lead and senior tester and tester. Now tester can test the unit level and senior tester can integrate test, and QA lead is check the entire system, and test manager check the entire softwares that will be the handover to the business analyst, and parallelly to report it to the tester report to the developer, senior tester to the developer to the senior developer, and QA lead to the developer to the team lead, and test manager to the developer manager. These are the steps through which the hierarchy can follow by the industry. Now when to stop the testing? Never. When the test manager is confined that the applications will perform as expected in the production's environment, this confidence is derived by the analysis conducted on, means testing should be stopped when it meets the completion criteria. Now how to find the completion criteria? Completion criteria can be derived from test plan and test strategy documents. Also recheck your test coverage. Deadlines, release date and test deadlines are met. Test case completed with the certain percentage passed. Test budget depleted or crossed. Coverage of the code functionality requirement. Now meantime between failures, risk associated with the continuing to test, percentage of coverage achieved, number of open defects and their severity. Now complete testing is impossible. there are the nearly infinite number of the paths through any non-trivial program. There are the virtually infinite set of combinations of data that you can feed the program. You can't test them all. Therefore, your task is to find bugs, not to find all the bugs. Want to find as many bugs as possible. Now find the most serious bugs. Find bugs as early as possible. Now we will discuss about chapter 2, that is SDLC, software development life cycle, their phases and necessary SDLC. So what is the software development life cycle? Detailed plan how to create, develop, implement and eventually fold the software. You can say the complete plan outline how the software will be born, raised and eventually by retired from its functions, that is SDLC. Now what are the phase of the SDLC? That is the phase may be considered in SDLC, software development life cycle, that is planning, analysis, design, coding, testing, implementations and maintenance. Now how we can define the planning? Planning is defined as before a program is created, they have to know what they want to create. Software company use this stage to determine the needs to present market. Management is also involved in this stage. Then next step is analysis. Once the hardware is in place, it is time to go to the specific of the software. Developer will have to work closely with the research team and present a specific solutions of their needs. In this stage, the framework of the software is created. Now, after planning and design, that next stage is design. Once the management has approved of the plan and the budget has been determined for the project, it is now time to create the architecture of the program. Developers will work together and talk about the way of the developing the program. Coding, if you compare it is to business model, coding is the operations of the software development plan. Everything is realized during this stage. The colors and the functions are gradually developed at the point. Once the program is finished, a prototype is set out. The next stage of the process. What is testing? Testing is developer have to make sure their created programs will work well in different environment. The traditional way of testing usually needs testers so that the program will be exploited in the different manner. Next step is implementations. After testing, the software may be in implementation stage. Once testing is finished and the software is proven good for implementations, it is released to the public or will be removed from the beta version. It's expected that on first day, developer will face serious challenges of fixing defects, bugs as they are discovered one by one different users. Now, maintenance. This is the last step of the SDLC, that is maintenance. With the software properly implemented, developer's role in the software does not end there. Instead of looking for the problem in their created software, developers will only be providing answers to the problem. Now, what is the necessity of SDLC? Why SDLC need? Advantage of the SDLC is lends itself to good control, phase deliverables well defined, clear checkpoints make review easy, created detailed documentations which is valuable for the maintenance, proven framework, and disadvantage is time and cost estimations difficult, can be very slow, required that requirements are defined abstractly without interactions with systems. Overall ownership usually on system people. Now different type of the SDLC, that is waterfall model, spiral model, incremental model, RAID model, rapid application development model, V model. Now waterfall model, that like SDLC model, requirement analysis, test planning, test case development, environment setup, test execution and test cycle closure. The waterfall model is essential and sequential design process often used to software development process in which program is seen as following steadily downwards like a waterfall through the phase of the conceptions, initiated, analysis, design, constructions, testing, productions, implementations, and the maintenance. Requirement gathering and analysis. All possible requirements of the systems to be developed are captured in this phase and documented in the requirement specific docs, means documents. Now, system design, the requirement is specific from the first phase are studied in this phase and system design is prepared. And system design helps a specific hardware and system requirements and also help in the defining overall system architecture. Now implementations with input from the system design, the system is first developed in a small program called unit that is integrated to the next phase. Each is developed and tested for its functionality, which is referred to as a unit testing. Now integration and testing, all the unit tests developed in this implementation phase are integrated into a system, and after testing of each unit, post integrations, the entire system is tested of for any faults and failures. Development of the systems, once the functions are non-functional, testing is done, the product is developed in the customer environment or released into the market. Maintenance, there are some issues which can come up in the client environment. To fix those issues, patches are released. Also to enhance the product, some better versions are released. Maintenance is done to deliver these changes in the customer environment. Waterfall model applications, some situations where the use of the waterfall model is most appropriate. That may be requirements are very well documented, clear and fixed. Product definition is stable. Technology is understand and is not dynamic. There are no ambiguous requirements. Ample resources with the required expertise are available to support the product. The product is short. Waterfall model, popular version of the SDLC model for the software engineering. Classical approach, this is the linear and sequential approach, has distinct goal for each phase of the model. Once a phase is completed, development process to the next phase, not turning back. What will be the advantages of the waterfall model? That advantage will be fixed requirement, a structured approach, linear or easy to understand and implement. Disadvantage may be considered for the long durations, requirement change, acceptability of the project reduce. Testing is postponed to the later stage till coding is completed. No adaptability, flexibility in the project. Working model is not seen till later stage. A spiral model. Now we will discuss the spiral model. Next video will see the spiral model and different V model, RAID model and other different models. Next videos. If you like our videos of the testing chapter 1 and some SDLC model, that is waterfall model, till you can like, subscribe and share with the fresher students as well as who want to come in and make the career in software testing. So this will be the beneficial for them. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening me. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.